Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. You can start, please.
अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। गजाननं भूतगणादिसेवितं कपित्तजम्बूफलसारभक्षितम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारणं नमामि विघ्नेश्वरपादपङ्कजम्। वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव शुभकार्येषु सर्वदा। या कुन्देन्दुतुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्करप्रभृतिभिः देवै सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा।
Shri Matre Namaha. 117 onwards. महाकैलासनिलया मृणालमृदुदोर्लता महनीया दयामूर्तिर्महासाम्राज्यशालिनी आत्मविद्या महाविद्या श्रीविद्या कामसेविता श्रीषोडशाक्षरी विद्या त्रिकूटा कामकोटिका कटाक्षकिङ्किरीभूत कमलाकोटिसेविता शिरस्थिता चन्द्रनिभा भालस्थेन्द्रधनुप्रभा हृदयस्था रविप्रख्या त्रिकोणान्तरदीपिका दाक्षायणी दैत्यहन्त्री दक्षयज्ञविनाशिनी दरान्दोलितदीर्घाक्षी दरहासोज्ज्वलन्मुखी गुरुमूर्तिर्गुणनिधिर्गोमाता गुहजन्मभूः देवेशी दण्डनीतिस्था दहराकाशरूपिणी प्रतिपन्मुख्यराकान्ततिथिमण्डलपूजिता कलात्मिका कलानाथा काव्यालापविनोदिनी सचामररमावाणी सव्यदक्षिणसेविता आदिशक्तिरमेयात्मा परमा पावनाकृतिः अनेककोटिब्रह्माण्ड जननी दिव्यविग्रहा Mahakailas Nilaya. Kailas, we know, is the place where Shiva lives. What is Mahakailasha? Mahakailasha, Shiva is a manifestation of Devi. Shiva is a manifestation of Devi. How does that work? Very so that becomes very complicated. So if you go to Devi Purana, it shows how the creation happened. So when Parabrahman, that is the entire cosmic consciousness, part of it coalesced, part of it, not whole, part of it. But when part of something that is infinite coalesces, what is that part? What is the size of that part? It is also infinite, because in the Upanishad it says Purnamada Purnamidam Purnata Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avashishyate. If from the Purna, if you take out Purna, you will still have only Purna. If you have 2 kilos of atta and you take out 1 kilo of atta, there will be only 1 kilo left. But from infinity, if you take out infinity, it will still be infinity. Purnata Purnamudachyate Purnameva Avashishyate. Purnam Avashishta is also going to be Purnam. So similarly, one small part coalesced. That first coalition that happened, that is Devi. That Devi is Sattva Rajas Tamas Trigunamayi. Then she split herself. When she split herself, the Sattva came into one part, the Rajas came into one part, the Tamas came into one part. Each of these three took 3 Devi forms in the form of Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati. Then these 3 themselves split into 2, male, female, male, female, male, female. And then they cross-married. So Brahma married Saraswati, Vishnu married Lakshmi, Durga married Shiva. That is how this happened. So Shiva is actually a manifestation of Adi Devi. And in that Adi Devi form, where that Adi Devi resides, Parabrahma Swarupi, that is a place where even Shiva cannot go, which is why it is called Mahakailasa. She lives over there. Mahakailasa Nilaya. Mrinala Mridu Dorlata. Now, interesting. On one hand, she is described as extremely great, extremely big, extremely immense, unconceivable. Suddenly the poet, he puts a juxtaposition of something very contrary. Mrinala is lotus. Mridu is tender. Dorlata is the, so Mrinala Mridu Dorlata is the, lata is the stalk. Mridu is the tender. The tender stalk of the lotus. The lotus stands on a very tender, like a thin thing. So her hands are as if they are like lotus stems, tender like lotus stems. Now there is a hidden meaning. Despite her greatness, despite her inconceivable reach, when we come into her embrace, she holds us as tenderly like lotus leaves, like a lotus cap. When she holds us, then it is like a lotus. Then next name, Mahaniya. Mahaniya, she who is worthy to be honored. She is the only one who is worthy to be honored. Everything else. Now, that is not the poet saying. Poet says Mahaniya. But we have to understand, everything else has emanated from her. So, why should we honor something that is only a component of her? So, we honor her. Mahaniya. Dayamurti. 2 meanings. One, she who is the form of Daya. She who is the form of Daya. That means Daya, when it is put into a human form, into a finite form, it takes the form of Devi. And the other is she who is the owner of Daya. She is the one who has the ultimate compassion. And what is that ultimate compassion? She gives mukti. She gives mukti. That is her ultimate compassion, Dayamurti. Mahasamrajya Shalini. We have right in the beginning seen this. Sri Mata Sri Maharagni. She who is the ruler of this entire universe. She sits in Mahakailasa. From Mahakailasa, therefore, everything can be ruled. So hence, Mahakailasa se baithne wali. So she is Mahasamrajya Shalini. Atma Vidya. Very simple. The knowledge of the self. Now, this is very interesting. The knowledge of the self is itself the self. Devi herself is the knowledge of Devi. Brahmavid Brahmaiva Bhavati, Upanishad says. If you know Brahman, you become Brahman. Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa says, very laughingly, in some dialogue, somebody asks him, so what is your state? I mean, where have you reached? And he laughingly said that a doll of salt has gone and tried to measure the depth of the ocean. What will happen to the doll of salt? It will dissolve. Right? And that moment you have known that sea, when you have known that ocean, the moment you have entered that ocean, the knowledge of that ocean, the realization of that ocean, that itself transforms us. It is the only transforming knowledge. When you study medicine, you do not become medicine. When you study airport management, you do not become airport management. When I study accountancy, I do not become accountancy. But if I study Brahman, I become Brahman. I become Brahman. Atma Vidya. And that is the greatest knowledge, Mahavidya. And that greatest knowledge has a name, Shri Vidya. And the person who is this Vidya which is being worshipped, who worships her? Kama Sevita, two meanings. Kama, all desires are for serving her only. So if I have a desire to go to Kedarnath, it is only to serve her. If I have a desire to do a Navaratri Puja, it is only to serve her. Kama Sevita. Another meaning, Kama means the Kameshwara. So being served by Shiva himself. Paramashiva is the person who is serving her. Atma Vidya, Mahavidya, Shri Vidya, Kama Sevita. Now the next one, Shri Shodashakshari Vidya. Now, in the Shri Vidya tradition, the first mantra that is given is the Uchishta Ganapati mantra. Uchishta Ganapati. Uchishta basically means jhuta, that which has been eaten and thrown away, right? In Shri Vidya, while there is a very strong emphasis on purity, physical purity, the beginning itself is Uchishta Ganapati. People don't realize this. Whatever we are thinking as pure and impure, everything is transcended in Shri Vidya. So you start with Uchishta Ganapati, then Navakshari mantra is given. Navakshari mantra is the Om Shrim Rim Klim Chamundaya Viche. Chamundaya Viche. So this is the Navakshari mantra. After the Navakshari mantra is given, then the person, the Upasak is given Panchadashakshari Vidya. Panchadashakshari, 15 syllables. Right? Kaya Ila Reem, Hasakala Harim, Sakala Reem. Right? These are the 15 letters. We have seen this in the earlier, right? The three kutas, Madhya Kuta, Vag Kuta, and Adho Kuta. We have seen the three kutas, Shakti Kuta. So in the earlier explanation, we have seen that she is described as such and such, as from here to here is the Vag Kuta, from here to here is the Madhya Kuta, and so on and so forth. So these are the 15. With this 15, when the Sampurnata of this 15 happens, then the Upasak is given the 16th letter called Shreem. Shreem. So when that Shreem comes, it becomes Shodashakshari, 16 letter. Shodasha, 16. Shodashakshara, 16 lettered. 16 lettered mantra. Shri Shodashakshari Vidya, which has 3 kuta. It has 3 kuta. So the 3 peaks itself are Devi. The first line is Devi. The second line is Devi. The third line is Devi. 3 kuta. Another meaning of 3 kuta is 3 peaks. Kuta means peaks. Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh is 3 peaks. Those 3 peaks indicate her. The innermost part of the Sri Yantra is a triangle. After that, totally there is nothing. There is Bindu. Till Bindu, Bindu is indefinable. So the first definable position is the triangle. Right? That is the minimum amount of straight lines required to enclose a space. If you are trying to enclose a space, you need minimum 3 lines in straight lines. So 3 lines. So 3 angles, 3 kuta. So the triangle itself is also her. And she is Kama Kotika. Kama Kotika. So Kama is desire. And Kama Kotika means she who is the not different from Parashiva. From Parashiva. So all the qualities of Parashiva or Paramashiva and her qualities are the same. She is Brahma Swarupi. Next, Kataksha Kinkari Bhuta Kamala Koti Sevita. Kamala is Lakshmi. Kamala is Lakshmi. Kamala is another name of Kamala, is one of the Dasamaha Vidyas, is also called Kamala. Kamala Koti. Koti means two meanings. Koti. Koti means crores. Koti also means of multiple types, many types, right? When people used to say Taitis Koti Devata, it does not mean 33 crores. Here the word Koti has to be understood as 33 different types of Devatas. Adityas, Marutas, Vasus. Like that, there were 33 different types of Devatas. Each category of Devatas had numbers. There were, yes. You are on mute.
Kadaksha Kinkari.
I am coming. So Kamala Koti Sevita. Now Kataksha means sideways glance, not even full glance, just a sideways glance. Katakshari. Kinkari Bhuta means to control. To control. So she can control the entire wealth of crores of Lakshmi through one small glance. That is the meaning of this name. Kataksha Kinkari Bhuta Kamala Koti Sevita. Kamala Koti, crores of Lakshmis is controlled by one sideways glance of hers. Kataksha, one sideways glance. Shirasthita. Shirasthita. She is in the Shira. Shira is this part. Shira. When we do the Nyasa, remember we have to touch the Shira. So Shira. Shira is where? What is that Shira? It is the Brahmarandra. It is the Sahasrara Chakra. So she stays here. Shirasthita. She is in the Sahasrara Chakra. Then she is Chandra Nibha. She is like, she has the glow of the Chandra Nibha. She is Bhalastha. Bhala is the Kapala. This is the forehead. Bhalastha, which means she stays here in the Agnya Chakra also. The Agnya Chakra is also called the Guru Chakra. So she takes the form of Guru. We will see that her name itself is Guru Murti. Right? So she stays in the Agnya Chakra. Indra Dhanu Prabha. Indra Dhanu means rainbow. So multicolored hue is coming out from her. Her aura is shining with multiple colors. Indra Dhanu Prabha. Yes.
Sir, Shirasthita, they say there are 1,000 petals. No?
Sahasrara. That is why the name is Sahasrara.
1,000 petals.
Correct. So 1,000 petals. It is actually 3 fingers over your head. So if you put 3 fingers, this is where the Sahasrara is supposed to be in our energy body.
That aura, yes.
Not the physical body. That is where it is supposed to be. Next, Hridayastha. Hridayastha. Astha means to stay. Right? This laptop is table astha. It is sitting on the table. I am chair astha. Right? So like that. So Hridayastha, she stays in the heart. Anahata Chakra is also her place to stay. Ravi Prakhya. Ravi Prakhya. Prakhya means the rays, glowing rays. Ravi means the sun. So Ravi Prakhya, she is glowing like the sun. Then Trikonantara Deepika. Now we saw that the Trikona herself is Devi. But that Trikona, how are you able to see that Trikona? Because even before go deeper, there is a Deepak inside the Trikona. That is the Bindu. The undefinable Bindu. That is because of the shine of that Trikona, the Bindu, the Trikona, the light falls on the Trikona and we can see the Trikona. So therefore she is Trikonantara. Inside the Trikona, she is the Deepika. Another place, Trikona is the sign of the Mooladhara Chakra also. So she is residing in the Mooladhara Chakra in the form of a Trikona. Right? Trikonantara Deepika. Dakshayani. She is the daughter of Daksha. Very simple. Dakshayani. Daitya Hantri. Every time she has taken physical form, she is she has destroyed the demons. What is that stotram in the Saptashlaki Sati Shloka Chandi? It says Asmadvairi Vinashanam Tvaya Karyam Asmadvairi Vinashanam. Right? It says so Asmadvairi Vinashanam. My enemies you are supposed to kill. That is why you have to come again and again. Brahmarambika, Durga, Chandika, Kalika, Jagadhatri, all these forms she has taken one by one. Raktadantika, all these forms she has taken one by one to kill the what is evil in us, our evil. So Shumba, Nishumba were not physical beings. We have Shumba, Nishumba inside us. We have Mahishasura and we have Raktabija inside us. All our desires. If you feed the desire, more desire will come. Raktabija. So you have to dry the desires up, like Kali did. Right? So similarly, we have therefore, she is Daityahantri. She herself is Dakshayani, but she is also Daksha Yajna Vinashini. Now Daksha's Yajna was destroyed by Bhairava. Kala Bhairava came and destroyed. Kala Bhairava means Shiva himself. Then why are we saying she is the reason? She is the nimitta. She was the reason. She jumped into the fire and immolated herself. Because she immolated herself, the whole incident happened. So that is why she is the nimitta. She is the cause of the Daksha Yajna Vinashanam. So hence she is called Daksha Yajna Vinashini. Next. Darandolita Dirghakshi. Now there are two meanings here. Darandolita means very slowly moving. Right? Slowly moving. The eyes are slowly moving. Dirghakshi, long eyes. Long eyes, right? In Bharatanatyam, they show like that. So long eyes. So those long eyes, they are moving slowly. She is not agitated. When we are agitated, our eyes go like that, like that, like that. When we are not agitated, our eyes will move very coolly. So she is Darandolita Dirghakshi. Another meaning of Dara means fear. Fear, Andolita. Andolita means our eyes, we are fear, we not eyes. Sorry, our mind is shivering because of what? Andolan. Because of what? Because of fear. Fear of our body getting destroyed. Our attachments cause us fear. Anytime you get attachment, you will have fear. Because you will have fear of loss. Right? Anytime you have attachment, you will have fear. Oh, I will not get this. Fear of gain. So yoga kshema, yoga kshema, yoga kshema. So in Bhagavad Gita, he says, Na yoga kshemam vahamyaham. Yoga kshema vahamyaham, it is my job. And he tells Arjuna, don't be running after yoga kshema. Na yoga kshemam bhavati. So he says, so therefore, you very clearly, our fear, how do we get rid of our fear? When we look into her eyes, our fear vanishes. Dirghakshi. Darandolita, our andolanam in the mind, that vanishes when we look into her eyes. That is one meaning. The other is that her long, beautiful eyes are moving very slowly, which means she is not agitated. Darahaso Jwalanmukhi. Her Jwalanmukhi means glowing face. Glowing because she has a very mild smile. Darahasa. Darahason Jwalanmukhi. Next, I explained a little while back. She resides in the Agnya Chakra, and she is Guru Murti. She is Guru Murti. Right? She is the ultimate Guru. All knowledge has stemmed from her, whether it is material knowledge or it is spiritual knowledge. Every bit of knowledge that we know in this world has come from her. She is knowledge itself. She is Vidya herself, but she is the transmitter of that Vidya in the form of the Guru. So when we worship the Guru, remember that we are not worshipping that physical form of my Gurudev, but you are worshipping that principle of Devi that is residing in him in the form of knowledge. Guru Murti, Guna Nidhi. She is the repository, treasure of all that is auspicious, Guna, all the auspicious things. Go Mata. Go Mata, obviously, cow. Go Mata, another meaning, mother of cows. Mother of cows is a Devi. Her name is Surabhi. Surabhi. Surabhi came from the churning of the ocean. When the Samudra Manthan was done, Devi manifested in the form of Surabhi. And Surabhi was also the cow, then was given to the Saptarishis. So Vashishta used to hold that cow. Vashishta used to keep that cow with him. And then we know the story. Vishwamitra went over there. He wanted the cow. That time his name was not Vishwamitra. His name was Raja Kaushik. And he went and he wanted the cow. He said, this cow is producing so much food and so much, so this is a treasure. It should be with the king. What is a rishi like you doing with it? He tried to take her away. And that is how the Vishwamitra Vashishta battle began, ultimately leading to Vishwamitra himself becoming the Brahma Rishi. So Gomata. Guha Janma Bhuhu. She who is giver of Janma of Guha. Guha here means Kartikeya. That is one name of Kartikeya. Guha is the name of Kartikeya. But there are other meanings. Our Vag Vadini Devis, they are Devi herself, so they will never leave it very simple. Guha means that which is hidden. Guha means hidden. That is why the cave is called Guha. Guha means that where you can hide things, right? Guha means hidden. What is hidden? Atman is hidden. When Atman is hidden, what is it called? It is called Jiva. It is called Jiva. So she gives birth to Jiva, which means she is the one who causes the covering on the Atman to make it distinct from Parabrahman. So that I am this body, I am this mind, I am this intellect, this identification. Why has it happened? It has happened because of the projection, Vikshepa Shakti of Maya. That Vikshepa Shakti of Maya has given birth to me as a Jiva, not the Atman. Atman never was born. Atman has been there from the beginning. But as a Jiva, I am born. As a Jiva, I transmigrate from one body to another. That Jiva has been caused by Devi. She is Avidya also. Guhajanma here means, Guhajanma Bhu means she is the reason, she is the cause of Avidya also. So Avidya, ignorance also is her form. Deveshi, all the devas worship her. Ishwari of devas. Then Dandanitistha. Dandanitistha means she is the Dandaniti is the principles of punishment. Principles of punishment. Dandaniti, principles of punishment, which means we can call it moral code, the societal code, right? You shall not murder, you shall not steal other people's things, you should respect other people. All these are in our society. These are not rules that are made in the Vedas. These are society rules, right? In today's rules, in today's society, one husband, one wife only should be there, right? In earlier times, society rules were different. One husband could have multiple wives and so on and so forth. Now, all the rules that are changing in society, they are called Dandaniti. Those Dandanitis are also her. She is the cause for civilization. Dandanitistha. Daharakasha Rupini. Daharakasha is the subtle space. Dahara means subtle. S-U-B-T-L-E. Subtle space. She is the subtle space, inner space. The inner space which manifests in the form of the spiritual heart. So Daharakasha Rupini. Then Pratipan Mukhya Rakanta Tithi Mandala Pujita, one name. Pratipan Mukhya, starting with the Pratipada. Pratipada is the first Tithi, right? We have Pratipada, Dvitiya, Tritiya, Chaturthi, Panchami, Shashti, Saptami, Ashtami, like that up to Paurnami and then Amavasya. 16 Tithis are there. Pratipanmukha Rakanta Tithi Mandala, the full set of Tithis. She is to be worshipped on all the Tithis separately. There are processes. She is to be worshipped on Pratipada as one of the Nitya Devis. Then in Dvitiya, she is worshipped as another Nitya Devi. On Paurnami, she is worshipped as Lalita. In Amavasya, she is worshipped as Kalika. Like that, these are 16 Nityas. She is to be worshipped. So that is what is. So she who is worshipped in the Tithi Mandala, that is called Pratipanmukha, from the 1st to the 16th Tithi. Pratipanmukha Rakanta. Tithi Mandala Pujita. Yes.
In this Tithi Mandala, in certain days also, it is very auspicious to chant. They say, no, like Amavasa, Paurnami, and Chaturdashi.
So typically, Lalita Sahasranam, the ideal days to chant this in terms of Tithi is Panchami. And why Panchami? Because in the Lalita Sahasranama, one of the names she calls herself is Panchami. So therefore, Panchami is very auspicious. She is Ashtami Chandra Vibhraja Dalastita. So she is Ashtami. Then she is Paurnami. She is Paurnami, no, not Navami. She is Paurnami and she is Amavasya. So on these 4 tithis, and why these 4 tithis are mentioned? She is auspicious on all days. We can worship her on all days.
Yes,
But
any
but
day.
but these specific tithis are mentioned as her presence in the Lalita Sahasranama itself. So,
but in this thing, what in other slokas like, I don't know, but I have read Ashtamya, Navamya.
so see, each person, each upasak will have his own favorite day for worshipping. So
in the book itself,
so therefore in the Lakshmi Ashtotram, it says Briguvare. So it says in the end, it says Briguvare, right? Which means you have to do it on Friday. When do you chant it? You chant the Ashtotram after chanting the 100,000 names, right? Sahasranamopari Ashtotaram Patyat, Briguvare Patyat. That is the slokam. So after reading the Sahasranamam, then you read the Ashtotaram. That is why on Friday, then it will be very auspicious. See, Friday, Saturday, Tithi, all that is in our mind only. So, Pratiman Mukhya Rakanta Tithi Mandala Pujita, Kalatmika, she has all the kalas. Kala here means 2 things. One, kala means all the 16 tithis together are called kalas, which means she is the owner of time. She is the essence of time. Kalatmika. Another meaning of kala is the arts, the fine arts, Kalatmika. Then Kalanatha, she is the ruler, she is the holder of Kala. So that is why we say, oh, no, uske jeep pe Saraswati baiti hai, right? When she's singing very well, or somebody is writing very beautifully, then we say, oh, Devi is manifesting in his right. That is because she is the owner of all the Kalas. And she loves to be praised in poetry form. In poetry form. That is why Kavya Alapa Vinodini. Kavya Alapa Vinodini. Kavya is poetry. Alapa is to sing. Alapanam, to sing. Kavya Alapa Vinodini. Vinodini being pleased. So she is pleased when you sing in front of her. Poetry, when you sing that poetry, she likes it. Sachamara Ramava. Sachamara with Chamara. Chamara is that whisk. Which is used for doing puja. Sachamara Ramavani. Rama is Lakshmi, Vani is Saraswati, Savya is left side, Dakshina is right side, Sevita. So Lakshmi and Saraswati are standing on the left side and right side and doing Chamara. Adi Shakti. Obviously, she is the original Shakti, original power. Ameya. Ameyatma, Ameya, Atma. 2 meaning, 2 words. Ameya. Meya is to measurement. To do measurement is called Meya. Right? Person who is measuring is called Mitra. Right? That is where the word friendship comes from. Mitra. Right? So person who cannot be measured. Ameya. She cannot be measured. Ameya. She is Atman. Because Atman, Parabrahman are all only names for that ultimate self. So she is Atma. Parama, she is the supreme. Pavana Kritihi. She is that which purifies. Pavana Kritihi. Aneka Koti Brahmanda Janani. Very clearly, it is saying that this is not the only visible universe that you are living in. There are multiple universes like ours that have been created. There are so many stories about this. There is one story about the one Indra. He is going around and he finds one Rishi, and this Rishi has a round bald patch on his chest. Round bald patch on his chest. So he asks him, oh, Rishi, what is this? Everywhere else you have proper hair, but just here exact round you have a bald patch. What is that? So the Rishi says, many years ago, I did some tapasya, and I said, when Lord Mahavishnu appeared in front of me, I said, I know I cannot become immortal, but I want to live for very long. So Vishnu granted me that. And he said, but I will tell you that your life is going slowly towards the end of your life. So how will I tell you that? is every time one Indra dies, one hair from your chest will fall. So many Indras I have come, they have died, and those Indras, every time the Indra dies, one hair falls. So I have got this nice bald round patch. The ego of Indra has gone. Indra is not the only Indra, there are multiple Indras, right? In the story of in one of the Ramayans, I'm forgetting, it is not in Valmiki Ramayana, it is in some other Ramayana. So there is the story that see, Yamaraj comes to take Ram, but Yamaraj cannot enter if Hanuman is standing at the gate. So Ram realizes that he has to get rid of Hanuman for some time. So he takes off his ring and he drops it, and there is a crack in the floor, and he goes inside. The ring goes inside. When the ring goes inside, so Ram calls out to Hanuman and says, "Mera ring iske andar mein ghus gaya, please la ke do." So Hanuman takes the small form and he goes inside. He goes inside and he finds thousands of rings are lying over there, all identical rings. Which is Ram's ring? And there is a person sitting over there. So which is Ram's ring? He said, all of these are Ram's rings. What do you mean? See, every time one ring falls, then one monkey comes, then that monkey looks for the ring, then he takes any ring and he goes up and he finds that Ram has gone. This is a story that is being repeated for so many thousands of times. That is a story that again, now you have come, now when you go, you will find Ram has gone. What is the indication? What is the meaning? That even Ram himself has repeated this so many times in many multiple universes. So Aneka Koti Brahmanda Janani, Divya Vigraha, her body, her physical presence is divine. Divya Vigraha, divine physical presence. That is the meaning of this. Any doubts, questions? Okay, so now let us do Mahishasura Mardini Stotram, verse number 14. Only, no? Yes, 14. Kamala Dalamala Komala Kanti Kala Kalitamala Bhalalate Sakala Vilasa Kala Nilaya Kramakeli Chalat Kala Hamsakule Alikula Sankula Kuvalaya Mandala Mauli Milad Bakulali Kule Jaya Jaya He Mahishasura Mardini Ramya Kapadini Shaila Sute Kamala Dalamala. Kamala, lotus. Dala, the petals. So Sahasradala Padmam in the forehead. Sahasradala. Dala means lotus. Amala, spotless. Mala means stains. So Amala, without stains. Kamala, Dala, Amala. So spotless lotus petals. Komala Kanti. Kanti is the beauty, splendor. And Komala is tender or beauty, soft. So Komala Kanti, tender beauty. Kanti is one of her names in the Devi Stuti we see, right? Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Kanti Rupena Samstita. Kanti, beauty. She is in the form of beauty. So Komala Kanti. Kala Kalitamala. Kalita Amala. Kalita Amala Sandhi Kalitamala. Kalita made. Kalita means to make. Kala means skill. So artistically curved on the spotless forehead. Kala Kalita Amala. Kala Kalita Amala. Kala Kalita Amala. Bhala Late on the forehead. Bhala means the forehead. Bhala Late. So the first line, it means on whose stainless shining forehead there is the artistically curved, the tender beauty of a spotless shining lotus petal. What is he talking about? He's talking about the third eye. He's talking about the third eye. The third eye, it is here like this. So it is like a lotus petal. And the forehead is shining, and on that, the third eye is visible. That is the meaning of this particular line. Sakala Vilasa. Vilasa means to appear, to manifest. Sakala, everything. So all manifestations, Sakala Vilasa, Kala Nilaya Krama. Nilaya, dwelling place, right? We have seen, for that matter, Puttapati Baba, his place is called Prashanti Nilayam. Nilay to means to stay. Kala is art. Krama means to progress. So all successive schools of art, all the successive schools of art, Kala Nilaya Krama, Keli Chalat Kala. Chalat Kala. When you join the Sandhi, it becomes Chalat Kala. Keli means to sport. So in the Shastra's Stuti, it is said Kerale Keli Vigraham. Kerale Keli Vigraham, in the form in which you played in Kerala. Keli Vigraham. So similarly, Keli, to sport, to play. Chala is moving. Kala is a soft, melodious. So playful, soft movements, not aggressive movements, not disturbing movements. So Keli, Chalat Kala. Hamsa Kule, like a flock of swans, like a flock of swans. So what is the meaning of the second line? O mother, I am praying to you, whose movement represents the playful, soft movements of a flock of swans, from whom all the arts are manifested in succession. Now see the beauty of the poet. He is using swan as a representation of Saraswati. So Saraswati, you are in the form of Saraswati. So you are the one from whom all the kalas have come, one by one. Next, Alikula Sankula. Sankula, crowded together. Sankul means cooperative, right? You have seen that word in banks and such places. You will see cooperative bank, Sankula bank, which is called. Kula, obviously we have seen, it is a flock or a herd. Ali means bee. We have seen in the Dhyana Sloka, Ali Chumbita Kasturi, right? So here we have seen the word Ali. So Ali here means bees. So here we are saying Ali Kula Sankula, Ali Kula, swarm of bees joining together, Ali Kula Sankula, Kuvalaya Mandala. So Kuvalaya, the blue lotus, the blue water lily. She is especially fond of that blue water lily. So the blue lotus, that is called Kuvalaya Mandala, multitude or group of blue lotuses. Mauli Milad Bakulali Kule. Mauli, hair, which is, see, sometimes I've seen some ladies, sometimes they take two hairs and then they put it around their head and they tie it like that. So that is called the mauli, right? When you take your own hair and you put make it into a sort of band for the hair, that is called the mauli. Milat, joining. Bakula, that is the bakula flower, the small flowers which are very fragrant. Ali, again bee, flock of bees, alikula. So what is he saying here? He is saying that your ornamented and braided hair, it combines the beauty of the blue water lily surrounded by a swarm of bees. You see, whenever lotuses bloom, lotuses carry a large amount of nectar, and therefore bees invariably will go towards lotuses because of the large amount of nectar. So, and they always will go in swarms over there. In other places, bees may go in individually, one by one. But in this place, in water lilies, in lotuses, they go in swarms. So here he is saying your hair, she has wavy hair which is flowing. We have seen that earlier. So it combines the beauty of the blue water lilies, which is surrounded by the swarms of bees. Because when the hair is moving, you feel that it is some bees are moving around. Also, similarly, with the whole bakula tree. Now, if you ever see a bakula tree, and you should look for a bakula tree near you, the fragrance is beautiful. It has very small flowers, but those small flowers, they just carry one microscopic drop of nectar. So they are also always, they are surrounded by bees. So the hair has small ornaments in it which look like bakula flowers. And the hair itself, the darkness of the hair, it's like nearly, it is so dark that it is almost appearing to be blue. It is almost appearing to be blue. And the hair is sometimes just flying around. So it looks like this, there are bees that are flying around that. That is her description. To you, O mother, Jaya Jaya He Mahishasuramartini Ramyakapartini Shailasuti. So that is the meaning of the 14th shloka of the Mahishasuramartini. From next session will be on 3rd of July. So Priya and I, Premaji, we are both in a group where we are going to Panchakedar. So the yatra will begin on Wednesday. So we are starting our packing and stuff like that.
Oh, yes.
So let us see. I hope Devi will take us through in a very beautiful way. So that is the, so next session we will have on 3rd.
Have a nice.
Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.